Welcome to Little Island Philippines Live. My name is Jackie, and what I'm doing here today is the continuation of my live stream last Friday about Seed Hall, and we can talk also about the gardening. So, before I start, big shout out to Lada Munaris TV and Kuko Sinang Phil Amblog. Beautiful people, thank you very much, my friend, for all your support. Thank you so much. And before we dig in, disclaimer, I am not a pro gardener, but I garden with my husband for so long. So what I'm sharing here today is based on my own experiences every year of gardening with my husband. And I am not a professional gardener. So let's dig in. And I hope everyone is doing fantastic today, doing great. And our weather update here today is cloudy, very cold outside, and super windy. So I hope you guys have a beautiful night, beautiful evening, and beautiful morning or daytime all over the world. So I have still two cans of coffee cans here of seed hole that my husband and I bought and preparing for this summer. God only knows when the summer is coming. We're not even spring yet. But I have seeds here that I'm going to share with you. And this is Q&A, open Q&A. If you ask questions, you are free. And let's chat about gardening here. If you have experiences more than I do, feel free to share with us here. And I got a lot. I have flowers here. And actually, this kind of flower, again, disclaimer, this live stream is not sponsored, and I am not a pro gardener. So what I'm sharing here is based on my experiences every year doing gardening with my husband. And I have flowers here, seeds flowers, and this is snapdragon. And I don't know, I have not tried them planting straight to the planters, straight to the soil. I usually buy them from the starter, younger plants. So maybe I'll try this year. I really like this kind of plants. It is also low maintenance. And in this area or in this place where I live in, it is only the summer flower or annual flowers. And I have cardinal climber. I tried so many times to plant this because I like it. They said that butterflies and birds love this kind of flowers. Unfortunately, I have no I have no luck. It didn't work for me when I started. Maybe because we have summer, very short season of summer here, and by the time it started growing, it's already end of summer. So maybe I'll start earlier indoors, to plant indoors this time. Maybe I'll try to sneak into bring it to the Philippines too. Yeah, I really like it. I'm not really sure of how big the flowers are, but they have very red, bright color of course, red is color, right? Very bright red flowers. So I might try this indoor start planting. Anybody have tried Morning Glory? This is my favorite of all the summer flowers. Here's why. Morning Glory is very, very low maintenance. If you are looking for flowers, that is very cheap because you can just plant it from seeds. I don't think you can kill it. If you really do the right way of starting the seeds, you don't kill it. This is hardy and very generous plants or flowers once the plants are established. So every single year I have this kind of flowers, and they are a climber flowers. They climb. So what I did is I have something I plant this closer, sometimes closer to the house. Because I move summer, I move everything in my yard. So there were times that I planted them next to the house, those railings in the house, or I planted them next to the other plants, like a bush, small trees. I planted them so they can climb there freely, and they are very, very pretty flowers as well. So yeah, this is my favorite. So if you know how I did it, how I do it every year, so easy. You have I soak them in the water overnight. If you have jar, soak them overnight, and the next day you can see that it's look like the seeds were like starting pop up. So if this flower, if the seeds starting popping up, like it's pop open, it pop open while after overnight soaking. So what you're gonna do is plant them on the planters, or plant them straight to the ground, like where the spot is you choose or you want. It will grow. It doesn't. It is very low maintenance flowers. So I this is one of my favorite, and I love them. And they have different flowers. There are kind of some bluish kind in this one, and I think there's even white sometimes. I think I have some here somewhere. So yeah, if you are looking for a filler, because if you live like here, that we have very short winter, then it's very expensive, all kinds of plants, all kinds of vegetables. So what I do, I learn it from time to time of doing gardening every year, is to just buy seeds, because I don't want to, spend a lot of money for those only 3 months of summer at least we have here. And what I discovered is this Morning Glory. It is very low maintenance flowers, and it is very generous of flowering once they are established, once these plants are established. So yeah, try this if you can find some seeds. Welcome to Little Island Philippines Live, OFW Inday Badiday. Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you so much for your kindness, my dear. I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much. I think this is my first time in OFW Inday Badiday. I know I have Baduday, I think, unless if you are the same with that account. But I have I think I have Baduday there, Inday Baduday. But thank you, and shout out to the channel of OFW Inday Badiday channel. Thank you so much, my friend. And I have another snapdragon here. I have mixed flowers. So what you're gonna do with these mixed flowers is because of this, it's mixed with perennial. I can see there, if you can see that over here. It mixed with perennial flowers. So what I do usually, I sprinkle them all over my garden, and they will just, grow itself there. And sometimes I bought a big, there's a bigger boxes. I don't know why I bought this kind, is this package here. But usually I bought a little bit bigger box of this mixed perennial or cut flowers, and sprinkle all over my bed, where, my bed of flowers. So that's where I sprinkle it, and it will grow there. And if it is, sometimes it's, there's only like, they can live only like 2 years and they die off, or they can like live forever. And I see here, there's a daisy here, there's a cornflower here. So it's a mix of perennial right here. And I have aster here. Aster in Minnesota is summer flowers. It is annual flowers for me here. And I have no luck of these flowers either, unless I buy it, like, it's already grown, it's already established. But I did not have any luck planting from seeds. But maybe this time, because um aster is, it's very very pretty flowers, and they last longer than compared to the other flowers too if you cut them. And actually, this is one of my dad's favorite, papa's favorite, when he was alive. um this is his favorite flowers. So I'll start this indoor this time too. Welcome to Little Island Philippines Live, Adrian and Nico channel. Shout out to you, my friend. Long time no see. Yes. How are you, my friend? Adrian and Nico, happy to be here live. Yes, welcome very much to Little Island Philippines Live. I hope you guys doing fantastic. How's Canada? Canada is doing great, isn't it? So moving on to the next flowers, which is Morning Glory again. It's right here. It is, I don't know why. Maybe when we bought these seeds, there was no white or blue, because there are bluish kinda and white, and these are mix of purple, pink, kinda like light pink. And that's what I said, that if you are looking for very low maintenance flowers, you should try these Morning Glory, because they are very low maintenance. Moving on to the next, another Morning Glory. I think I'm gonna get far. I'm gonna go plant it in like an acres. Morning Glory. Like I will have a plant, a farm of Morning Glory. No, I'm kidding. Sometimes I bought extra for some reason. Sometimes maybe I'm thinking I'll start, and if doesn't work, I'll start it again. I killed a lot of plants, so and I have, I think, lupine. It's perennial, and I think it is the same thing that I call June. I call here June. They flower in June, like June month of June. That's when they are flowering. and they have a straight, they have a spike of flowers, longer style kind of flowers. And welcome to Little Island, Philippines live with West London Gardener channels. Yes, welcome, my dear. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. I appreciate each one of your time here in Little Island, Philippines live. And this, it's perennial here in Minnesota because I did not buy mine from starter or younger plants. I started them from seeds, and it comes up every year after, after the winter. And they have pretty flowers. So what I did, I collected different colors. Like there's a purple, there's a red, there's kind of yellow, there's kind of pink. And actually their flowers, if I remember right, it stays like more than a month after they are flowering. And that's how I like them, because they are kind of like tall spike flowers. Like each one of them, they're like, I don't know how you explain it. And it's very pretty, and they are perennial. And I think it's more easier to plant it in a warmer area too, because you can just plant it all over and it will come back and come back. So yeah, try this. And I have another morning glory. I hope everyone is doing fantastic, and happy month of April. Yay, it's April. You guys are having springtime there right now. Me, I'm having sprinter, spring and winter. Oh my, it's not, I don't know. I don't see any spring in the corner right now. It is blowing everywhere outside right now. I can see by the window right now, it's like all over the tree there, and super cold. So guys, enjoy your beautiful summer weather, things like that. I have more aster here that I really want to start this year. I have more cut flowers, but here in our local store here, we can buy a box of this mixed cut flower, and those are more cheaper than if you buy packages of cut flower seeds. Maybe I grab it, or maybe I don't know why I bought this small. And I have big sunflower here because it caught my attention here. I have wildflower mixture here, and it is mix of summer and perennial seeds right there. And I will sprinkle this all over my flower bed as well. I have giant sunflower here, and it is huge. Like my height is 5'2", and these plants will grow maybe triple my height. So yes, and the flowers are huge. Like it's really huge, and I like to plant them along with vegetables garden, because it helps the pollination. It helps the bees that loves to drink eat the sunflowers. So yeah, I have last week I have shown here another mix of sunflowers that are smaller flowers than this one. These are huge sunflower. And sometimes last year I didn't even have. I think they didn't really grow all of them because yeah, it was successful. I think it was I had 3 sunflowers at least made it to the end of the summer, and some of them the deer ate it. Like there was no head anymore. Like there's impossible to grow sunflower because that the deer ate the top of it. So yeah, another cut flowers. And I have pumpkin seeds. So pumpkin. For some reason, I always think that pumpkin are the same as squash, but they are not. They aren't. I think they are just family. And what we do usually is planted some maybe like 5 seeds, because when they grow wild. They grow like they will take over your garden. And we only have our small garden. We mix it with all those vegetables that vine or climbs. That's where we planted everything: squash, cucumbers there. And we have different roles. My roles of gardening is very picky. My husband's roles of gardening is throw everything there, mix. So that's why when it's time for harvesting, when it's time for to harvest, I don't I ask him to go and harvest there, because it's a mess, crowded, and you don't see anything there. It's just that's the way how we garden, my husband and I. But we got plenty though. We harvested plenty and share it with our friends and neighbors. I have cucumber. I have another pumpkin here. This is different kind. See that? And I have another cucumber here. This one is look like there's a thorn or something, rough looking cucumbers. This one is a little bit not. I'm looking for the other one we have, and this one is look like smooth cucumbers. And this is rough looking cucumbers. So when we planted cucumbers as well straight to the ground, right after the ground, our garden, warm up. It's like maybe first week of June. So we planted them straight to the ground. And also my husband harvested them as soon as they are like good enough size to harvest, because we we don't really like the bigger one, like, because it's really tough, and there's already a lot of seeds in there. So if in case that there are already big there, because when you're harvested you don't see everything, all the cucumbers there, so you miss some of the cucumbers. We just throw them away. What we like to harvest or to eat is the very very young one, the younger one, that there's no seeds in it. There's, very very tiny seeds. So yeah. And I was looking for the longer one. And have lettuce here. You know, do you like lettuce? Because lettuce is good for you. Once you planted, okay, lettuce you can plant it very early spring. Once your garden is ready, which is mine is almost, we planted everything here at the same time anyway because our weather is just, it's just not great. So if you have a good weather and you have, you know, your garden is ready, you can plant this right away. And you can harvest it first too. So you have lettuce that is ready to eat for you early from your garden, because they are really easy to grow, and once they are growing, they are non-stop. So yeah, try lettuce. And this one is, I don't know, it says Paris Island lettuce. So yeah, try to plant these seeds. I have so many seeds here that I'm telling you guys, I need acres of farm to plant these seeds here. I have so much that I collected, my husband and I, because sometimes last year we didn't have enough. So this year we have too much. Broccoli. I have broccoli here. So my husband already started, I think, broccoli seeds right now. It's in the garage because it takes a while to establish this kind of vegetables. What we usually do here in Minnesota is plant the starter plants. Then it's like it takes only 3 months to grow and have your broccoli. So yeah, uh, my husband tried to plant indoors seeds this time, see what happened. I have Swiss chards. I have more broccoli here. I have Swiss chards. Swiss chards is good for you, and I really love them. I always like the greens, and one of them is Swiss chards and spinach. Spinach, I don't know what is the heck wrong with the spinach, because every time I have spinach in my garden, I only harvested twice at least, and after that the bolts, like those tiny things. And I don't know if there are secrets of how to do it, harvesting, or what to do it with the spinach so it won't go bolt right away. But I have no luck with that. But I like spinach. So yeah, this Swiss starts. There's this one is Armex, and there are also that you can buy just all greens. So yeah, and Swiss chards is very easy to grow also, and I usually planted them, these seeds, straight to the ground when the ground is ready. I have squash. So this squash, some people eat it, and I seen them in the stores too. That they are, you can buy it. You can buy this kind of squash there. But I usually like, kind of like decoration for me. I just want something to mix it into my garden. So yeah, this is, I like the spaghetti squash though. But this one is okay. It's look like zucchini squash. I like the zucchini squash. So yeah, try this squash. Here in Minnesota, you can grow it from seeds, planted straight to the ground after the ground thaw warm, and it will grow. Moving on to the next. And by the way, if you are looking for a full delicious recipes, we also have website foodjillions.com. And that website, we founded that website before we created Little Island Philippines. So if you are looking for a full recipe, simple, easy, quick recipes, visit our website foodjillions.com. I have herbs. I have herbs. I'm trying to like, I don't know if I can make it for like an hour here because I'm trying to do it an hour. And there's still plenty. I still have one more there. Herbs. I have dill. I don't know you guys if you're familiar with dill. Dill is very, very aromatic. I love dill. And I love this spice, especially when I'm cooking fish, because this is really good for fish. It kills the fishy smells. Seriously, it does really. So this is very easy, and I don't know if I can grow this. Let me know if some of you in the Philippines has this kind of herbs. It's dill, if you're able to grow it there, because my husband and I were wondering about that we would like to plant some of this in the Philippines, but I don't know if it will grow there. But I love dill. They have a very good smell, and it is really good for cooking. So yeah, I have different kinds in here. And what we usually do is my husband planted this every year because when he tills the garden, he killed everything there, including the weeds, right? So we grow another dill seeds to grow. But actually, if you are um, like us, live in the very harsh winter, this dill is it's very hardy, and it is perennial, so it will come back years and years. But yeah, try that. And okay, I have to go good chilling with you. Adrian and Nico channel, shout out to your channel, and thank you so much for coming. I can't thank you enough for stopping by. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful Friday and great weekend ahead of you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome my family in Little Island, Philippines. Live, welcome the Witches family. Hi, Jackie. Happy weekend. You too, my dear. Happy weekend. Thank you so much for coming by. And I hope you have a good Friday, good Holy Friday, and a very blessed weekend ahead. And thank you so much for stopping by and say hello to me. I appreciate your time. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much, the Witches family channel. So moving on to still broccoli. I already have that. And I have cauliflower. And I don't know if the cauliflower, maybe my husband started it already because some of it, because it's already open. And broccoli and cauliflower, we don't start seeds indoor because it takes a little bit, quite a bit of weeks before it germinates. And what we do is we usually buy from the starters or younger plants. But maybe this time we'll try. It won't hurt you if you try, right? You don't lose anything. So yeah, you don't lose anything if you're trying. It won't hurt anything. And I have another herbs. It is cilantro. Actually, I had this last week too. I have some of there already, and that's what I said. That cilantro, I like them when you are. Usually, my husband use them for Mexican recipes, and also the same thing with spinach. After I cut them off, snip some of them off, then it will like flower bolt also. So yeah, it's a good herbs. We usually use this for like a Mexican recipes. And also they are low maintenance and easy to grow. Cilantro herbs. Have lavender, and lavender, I have no luck of planting lavender here. And I don't know why. I think it's you have to like establish them from years, and I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. It says it's supposed to be perennial. I don't know if it is not hardy enough to be being perennial in my place. So yeah, I'm gonna try this to plant this year, and I think it's gonna be like a big farm of all from all the seeds I have here. I have dill. I have dill. That's how you think. That's how you can tell how we love dills. So yeah, I have that, and I have more. The Kiloviches family says, "Oh, this is cool. Do they come in a bag like this and ready to plant?" Yes, yes, they do. Um, Last year, so what happened here? This year we have. Last year we did not have enough. This year we have too much because last year when this thing happened, stay at home, everybody wants to do garden. So every single seeds sold out from anywhere in our local store here in our small town. So what we do this year is, I think I don't know if we are a hoarder of some seeds, but we buy quite enough to plant this year. But yeah, you can buy sometimes. Sometimes some of the stores are already they already have discounts. You can buy like maybe 89 cents, 90 cents. Some of them like the organic seeds, which is, I believe, really organic. If I save my own seeds, they are quite pricey, those. But yeah, you can buy this kind. You can order it online too. Are you gonna are you doing gardening every year, or you wanna try this year? I have green onion right here, seeds. There is a tiny chives. Yes, I remember. And chives and onion, I think they are family. But what I did was, here's the funny story here. Yes, the Kitches family, I will definitely to be buying some and planting them on my yard as they are affordable. Yes, you can. There's no. It won't hurt you. It won't hurt you, or you don't lose anything if you buy like 89 cents. There's like, I'm pretty sure if you have a big like Target, Walmart, something like that, which is we don't have here. Um, you can I think they are very cheap now, not right now, and you can plant them in the container too. All you have to do is buy buy the dirt, or the soil from, I'm guessing you can buy it from anywhere in where they sell the plants there, or the seeds, and you can plant it from in the containers, the planters. So yeah, you can even use, you know if you have, coffee empty coffee can, like like we do, all you have to do is make a hole in here, make a hole in here, and you can use this, um like this, spring onion or the green onions. You can grow it here. And if you want to be fancy, you don't want to see this names label here, you can paint it. You can paint it like white or whatever color you want. And yeah, you can just have fun for the summer. You can make video from that. I did had So what I did last year was planted onions from, that that from the grocery store. You buy green onions there. You can plant that too. What I did is, my husband used some of it for cooking, and then the rest I planted it. So it did really grow good, though. I was very impressed. Well, I grew up with my grandma, that she's doing that too. Planting from other from other onions that already established. So yeah, that's what I did last year. And there are seeds here that you can plant, but if you want it like from the grocery store, buy those kind of green onions, clean them, and make sure that there's like roots still left there, and then just boop, stick it to the ground, stick it to your planter, and you will have you will have green onions in no time, my dear. With the Cruces family, this will be my first try. Yes, and good luck with everything about planting anything. uh I've been gardening for, my husband and I, we've been doing gardening for so many years. I killed There are times that I killed, there are times that it grows. It's just what survive is what we get. So yeah, try it, like whatever you have. If you don't have to be very fancy, and if you want to be fancy, you can buy planters that, uh good looking planters, and just try. That's um all of my these herbs I planted last year, all of them in the containers. All were on the planters, because it's more easier for me to, I can just put it on our deck, um so I can see them every day, and easy to take care of them. I separate them from my garden, and it did grow very, very good. So yeah, try it, my fam. I recommend you to try. And then I did a I did a video last year about, I think I did, for fun. I think I did I think it was skinny onion. What was that? Skinny garlic versus my fat onion, something like that. Because for some reason, I think skinny garlic versus my fat onions. Because what I did was I planted both of them from the scraps, from the grocery stores, and for some reason my garlic did not do good, but my green onion, it grows like huge, like one stalk is huge. So yeah, try it, my dear. It's Okay, my all of my herbs that I said that I planted all of them from in the planters were facing to southeast, so they are getting half day of sun. if if you are looking for, example for where you can put them, I placed them, all of them, southeast, and they were getting at least half day of sun there, and they were doing good. I At the end of the season, I even just intentionally did not, because I tried to bring them inside the house, and our house is small. I don't have a lot of room here, and I just ended up bringing it outside again. My husband was telling me why I keep carrying. He said, "Jackie, why will you keep moving, carrying that the planters, that those herbs?" And I said, because I feel guilty if I leave them outside. They were freezing. So at the end of the day, I just gave up and, you know put them away to the garden shed. But I did have a lot of herbs that it was really good. And I did not use any fertilizer for all my herbs. What I did was, I buy a regular dirt, those dirt that is in the bag from the store. I bought those kind of dirt, and that's where I planted the seeds. And I did not have mint, which is it's one of my favorite, the mint herbs. What happened was, there was a year that I accidentally planted my mint herbs on the ground, like, in my garden, in my vegetables garden, and that herbs can grow wild. So what I did this last year was, I planted it in the planters, and that's what I said, that our weather here is not really that great. I don't know if what happened, if it is the ground still too cold, because it did not work. I did not have mint last year, but yeah, try to do that there. Any kind of empty containers you have, you just cut them like milk container, whatever, and try it, and you can just video it. If it is successful, video it, and if it is not successful, if it died, video it. Because that's what I did last year. Yes, and then you have anything you can video. Yes, I did use the dirt without fertilizer. I i don't use, my husband and I, we don't really use fertilizer in our garden. That's why we call them organic. That's also, when I go to store and I see those very expensive organic section stuff there, I'm not really comfortable to buy them. I rather have say it in my own, from my garden, and call it organic, because I know I know it is real organic. Yes, our garden, here, are all our vegetables are organic, and as also the same as with herbs. So what I did is, herbs, it's a very low maintenance, and all you have to do is stick your hands, a finger there on the dirt, and like this much, and if it feels like dry, that's when you water them. That's it, and they will grow. And I don't know why. Maybe because everything here in Minnesota knows that they have to grow fast, because they have only 3 months of chance to grow. So so yeah, um you have to just I don't buy those expensive fertilizer. I don't use fertilizer. I don't. um all of our beans, tomatoes, cucumbers, broccoli, squash, everything are organic. We don't use any fertilizer. But yeah, it's just, I mean, one pack of seeds, if you buy it, there's plenty of them anyway. So it's hard to kill all of them. So all you have to do is just plant them. When they are when they germinate and you see that they are crowded, you can just um, pull some out to make room so they can grow healthy and so yeah, you can just plant. I did plant. I'm not sure why my husband buy these seeds, green onion seeds. Where I usually buy this for a. I usually use the scraps from the kitchen. Yes, you can. I seen some already down south. They're already filming there for when they're starting their gardening right now. Yes, you can from the start. You can document it. That's what I did last year, because last year I have no idea I don't know what I'm going to post or what video I'm going to make or where I don't know, but I don't want to document, so I did document anything there that I can. So yeah, it would be it would be nice to see what you what your vegetables and herbs doing. And don't get discouraged, because the more you do it the more you do it, the more you learn. So maybe when you killed and there's still plenty of time to plant it again. But yeah, I'm so happy though that you are interested to have garden or plant something this year at least. It's fun to even sometimes I sneak up some of my flowers here and I mix it with my garden or my uh herbs planters. And then when I was sitting down in at the screen porch or at the deck, I can see hummingbirds there. They like it. So yeah, I have parsley here. Parsley is this time I have hard time finding the curl kind of parsley. This is just a regular parsley. And parsley to me is just more of garnish or a you have no really their their smells taste is not really that strong. So it's good for garnish decoration after or before you're cooking. And they are very easy to grow in the planters too. That's what one of them in my planters. And moving on to sweet basil. Sweet basil. Sweet basil. I have sweet basil here. And they are so good. And also they are very, very generous once they are established. Easy to grow. This is one herbs in my planters too. And what you have to do is you have to pick when they are ready to pick, because then they will be like going straight or taller. And some of them, so if you want them to branch out, you have to snip the top of it. So yeah, I love basil. It's really good. I have quite a bit in here. Oh, thyme. So last year I have thyme for the very first time. Oh my God, I was so impressed with my thyme. It was so pretty that one planters it make it very, very full. And you know what? I did not even use it for cooking. I had harvested it like the dried thyme leaves, but it was because of it was so pretty that I don't wanna ruin it. So yeah, it was so pretty that I was surprised how pretty it was. It was very, very tiny leaves, kinda, and it was I mean the like flow all over my planter. So yeah, I have time here, which is great because I thought I don't have one. Uh, I know some people plant sage, and I don't know if I don't know what to do with sage though. My husband maybe does, but I don't know. Um, I know you can. There's some kind of sage that you can use it in for your house, warming house, or like incense. But I don't know if this is the same sage. I think this is probably this sage is here as for cooking. But my husband, I'm pretty sure my husband's the one that picked this because I didn't. So yeah, it's pretty though. Maybe it's a good filler in your garden. And I have more parsley. I have oregano, which is it's one. It was one in my containers last year, and it is a good herbs for cooking as well. And it did grow. Um, what happened was when it grows, you need to pick them so it keep growing. But oregano is a good herb. I have another sweet basil, more sweet basil. That's you can tell how much I love basil. Right there, more basil, more, more. I have more. I have parsley and more basil here. Yeah, and I have more parsley. And I don't think I can do this for an hour. I'm planning to do the live stream today for an hour, of course. And I have tomato. It says for sandwiches. And I think this is like kind of like the beef steak tomatoes like this, which is they are bigger. They are good for hamburgers or sandwiches, to slice up. And they are really juicy too. So I have more in here. So my husband did already planted indoor seeds right now and see if it does grow. Otherwise, if it doesn't really work, we have no choice. We have to buy the starter. So I have more beef steak. That's how I will love tomatoes because you can eat tomatoes like apple. Of course, tomatoes fruits. Tomato is a fruit. Tomato, right? Tomato is a fruit. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I have cherry tomato here, which is my one of my favorite. And once it's ready to pick, you have to pick them like every day. And chipmunks, birds are happy also because they love tomatoes. And more cherry here, cherry tomatoes. I have more cherry, more beef steak, um, more. It says like heirloom tomatoes. So what I think is this is the one that my husband planted it last years. There was a year that he planted it, this heirloom variety, and it's look like he said that it's look like like it, it's hard to clean because of the shape. The shape of the tomato is kind of like a squash, like there's a grove or something there. So my husband was not really um, interested for to plant it again, but I have seen it's here, so maybe he will try again. More beef steak, And more, I have chili peppers here, which is, I don't know. There was a year that my husband, though, tried to plant this kind of peppers, and it did grow, but it took forever to have peppers in it. So maybe he'll try this time. This look like it's, I think this is spicy, the hot one. And this one is, that one is very hot. So I have more tomato here. It's beef steak. And this kind of package here is ordered from online. I have more beef steak, more cherry, more tomatoes, and chili. So my husband likes kind of like spicy food. I don't. But when he cooks something, he usually, if he use some kind of hot, you know, pepper, something like that, he will make it like very, very mild, so I can eat it. Otherwise, I don't really like spicy food. But there is a um, pepper in here that look like spicy to me. So yeah, and more lettuce, and there's like, I don't know, maybe million seeds in here. And this is ordered from online, and that's what I said, that you can buy, you can plant lettuce right away in your garden and harvest it. Excuse me, and harvest it first. I have funny looking squash here. That's what I said, that it was look like it's decoration. I love zucchini. Um, Sometimes I just eat them raw. It's, you can eat them raw like cucumber. That very, very small one. That's what I usually eat, and I cook them, mix them with anything. Zucchini. I have zucchini fritters video last year. So if you are looking for zucchini fritters, um, go watch that video. It's really good. I have watermelon here, and for some reason, my husband and I try this every year, and we never have luck because of our weather here. And we just keep trying, right? There's no harm in, there's no, it won't hurt you if you keep trying. And I have a squash here, acorn squash. They call this acorn squash. It says table queen squash, but like acorn squash. And this squash is very generous once they are established. More acorn squash. And I don't know why my husband bought asparagus seeds, because asparagus is it takes forever to establish. Like if you planted them this year, maybe you need to wait, I don't know how many years, 2 maybe years, 3 years, to before you can harvest them. Maybe 5 years, I don't know. But I read that before, because I researched it, and because I love asparagus, and it sometimes, if it in the store is quite pricey in the store if you want asparagus. And I researched one time, it takes forever to get established if you planted asparagus from seeds. And if you, because you can buy it online or at the greenhouse that are already with roots in it, and you can just plant it. And also at this, that's the same thing, you have to wait for years before you can, after they are established, and harvest them. I have few I have few in our garden, and that was not even ours. That was maybe the old owner of this place. So yeah, we have some. And radish. Um, you can't plant radish along with lettuce early spring because they are earlier kind of vegetables. If you like radish, I don't like them. I don't like the taste, the burning kind of taste in my tongue. I don't like them. Occasionally, my husband like this kind of vegetables. I don't because of the taste. It's very strong taste. It has very strong taste. So I don't really like radish, but you can plant this. I planted them also because my husband liked them. I planted it earlier. You can plant it first in your garden if your garden is ready, and then you can harvest them. I don't know, maybe before. What was that? You can harvest them right away though. When they have, you can see the rice are ready. I have more cilantro, more cucumber, more sunflower, and the sunflowers. I said that it's good to plant along with your vegetables, farm, whatever you kind of garden you have, because it helps the pollination of your vegetables or even the fruit trees because of all of those bees that likes the the sunflowers will help pollinate the vegetables, your flowers, fruit trees, everything in the yard, in your garden. So yeah, I still have one more, but I think I had enough talking about seed haul, and everyone, I can't thank you enough, everyone, to be here. Um, I have to welcome before I close, before I end this stream. I have to welcome Blissful Spaces. Hello, everyone. Shout out to Blissful Spaces. Thank you so much, my friend. I had mentioned you last week in my live stream. It was also a seed haul because I got inspired from you about those uh what was that? About those greens. Where was it? You know those greens, the mustard greens, the collard greens, and what was that all I saw in your garden? I bought seeds from last week, and I don't know. Do you think I have to plant them first in the container? Start them indoors or plant them straight to the ground once the garden is ready? Thank you so much, my friend. But yeah, I'm gonna move. I have question for you here. I have okra. I think okra I'm going to start this indoors. Okay, because just because. Oh my god. I have I have greens that I want to ask you because I don't because of our summer here, it's not really that great, and I seen your greens, all greens of your from your garden, and I'm so jealous about that because I like greens. I like them to mix with everything, cook with everything. And I'm digging it right now. I'm digging it right now. Here's the sunflowers I bought last week. It mix of kind of sunflowers. I'm hoping they are smaller though, not the big one because I already have the big one, the bigger one. So I have kale. I got inspired from you, Blissful Spaces. I got inspired from your garden. And I have kale. I'm thinking there's a lot of seeds in here. Do you think I need to plant the kale, start the kale seeds indoors, or plant them straight to my garden? Because there's quite a bit of seeds in here, and I think I need a bigger or quite size of starter planters. Yes. Oh, I can plant them outdoors now. No, my our ground is still frozen. You can't even dig it even. You can't even dig it even like even what that deep from my finger. It's still frozen. But do you think that I can plant them in the ground when once the grounds are thaw? Because I have not planted them before. But I seen you. I got inspired from you. That's why I uh, I did mention you last Friday, and I was gonna email you. Plant indoors you have snow. Okay, I'll try it. Because I have like I was thinking like I'm gonna try to plant that because I seen you are planting and I hope it will grow good. And I don't know if it will grow good, but I just try. And I have all kinds of stuff in here. I have kohlrabi. I don't know if you tried kohlrabi, but I have kohlrabi, which is I seen this in my one of my friend that I visited last year, and I was really curious of how I can grow it on my own in my own garden. So I will try this so maybe start this indoors. Plant indoors if you still have snow. Okay, thank you so much for that great information, my friend. I really appreciate it. You know, I even plant I even have okra because I never have okra here. I did planted years and years of okra and I give up. And I love okra, and maybe because of our summer is too short, it did not work out. So yeah, it's thank you so much for all your thank you so much for everything today, and you stop by. I really appreciate you. I have all kind of what I don't have this year is that curl parsley. I don't have the seeds is sold out in our local store here. But yeah, thank you so much. I Oh, you started your okra indoors too? Like okay. Uh I'll do that. Yeah, I was gonna finish this seed haul live stream today, and I still have one. Did you know that I have I use coffee can, empty coffee can, recycled coffee can for my seeds to keep my seeds in the dark. I don't have organized. You are very organized. I don't. I'm a big mess. And if I can bring only the camera right now over here, it's a mess right now here. Had to shove it everything right back to the containers after my live stream. Yeah. But I use coffee cans container. I have three of them. One of my thumbnail in my live stream, I had three of them. I did finish it up the other one last week, and I have two today. But I don't I have to end up this time now, and I have to start it before. So I think this is the last live stream about seed hole I'm doing, because I'm going to start that seeds. My husband started some seeds already in the garage, and we don't have really plenty of lights there. We don't have plenty of sun, or even sunlight. So what my husband did, buy this funny lights, whatever, grow lights, whatever. And that's it. I just We have to share, because my husband started his own seeds. Like, he selected some like tomatoes, um bok choy. My husband tried bok choy indoors. I don't know what else he started. Celery. My husband loves celery. I don't know if it is American stuff that they really love celery here, because my husband, he cooks every time he cooks, or something that he cooks, he will always use celery. And last year we did celery. We had celery in our garden, first time, the very first time last year, but it was from a younger plants. It was from the starter plants. And my husband told me, maybe because it was shipped out here mistakenly, because we never had planted in our local store. The celery shipped out mistakenly here. That's why he saw it in the store, and he bought it, because we never have planted celery in our garden, because it takes forever. I thought it's only grow in the south area, but I was surprised. My husband and I were very surprised last year that our celery like grow like wild in the garden. And when we harvested it, when he harvested it, not we, because I don't harvest, I did not harvest it. So when he harvested it, he only cut few stalks around and then let them grow. And it kept growing until the end of the season, until before the freezing, first week of freezing. So yeah, it was really nice. And I think it's one of those seeds that he started there already in the garage right now. Yes, Gladly, I cut you live today. You always have great tips. I did. I'm not. I always learn something from you too in your from your gardening video, because I'm not a professional gardener, and what I am sharing in my video, or to my friends here, is just from the experiences I have of gardening every year with my husband. And it took me forever to learn, because I did not quite understand that winter here is that hard of winter here, that you can barely grow anything in your garden. So yeah. Blissful spaces. I always recycle yes, I did. I did my friend. That's what I said, that uh some of them, like, my husband likes this kind of coffee, and I like tea. And I don't really like, by the time that I don't throw them away, it's just like, it's look like the garden shed is full of coffee can. So what I usually do is we usually use it like anything you can. And if you are like last year I went very very cheap. I don't want to buy anything fancy like planters, things like that. So what I did, I was trying to reuse cans, empty cans. I went very cheap last year because I know it's gonna be hard time with with financially. So I went very very cheap last time. I did not even, I barely have flowers last year too. Like, those annual flowers. It's quite expensive here in our area, the annual flowers. And usually every year I have tons of them. And because of what happened since last year when we started staying home and I look at financially, we're going to be in trouble. So what I did is thinking about things. And I used to recycle them empty cans when I was with my grandma, because of course what we cannot afford before, we can't afford either this time. So yeah, I have plenty of them, empty cans, that sometimes my husband asks me what I'm gonna do with all those cans. Because it's all, you can stumble it everywhere in the garden shed if you're walking in there. And my garden shed right now is really like a mess. I just throw it everything everywhere there by the end of the season last year, because we didn't have enough time to organize and things like that. Yeah. And I am so glad that you stopped by, my dear. I'm hoping that you have a blessed and healthy weekend. And I look forward to also for your gardening video. So I will learn, because I learn a lot there. I learn from how you do it, and because we're kind of different. I'm amazed how you can plant some of those straight to the ground, and me, we usually buy starter already, which is quite a pricey if you buy those. So yeah, and I hope you are doing fantastic and have a great weekend. And I'm going to end it right now. And thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so happy you are here. I appreciate your time. Bye for now, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate each one of you, and I am happy, so happy, and thank you. And you too, my dear. Happy Good Friday and happy Easter. Happy Easter. Yeah, it's a spring. Thank you so much, my dear. I really looking forward your video too, for cooking and everything in your video, cooking and things like that, because the way you cook is that's almost the same I cook with my greens. My husband does all the cooking here, almost almost all the cooking in our house. But sometimes I prefer to cook it the way I like it. And I like the greens, and that's why I was really interested to, when I see that some seeds there, and I said, oh, I'm gonna try it, because I saw it in your garden that it really grow, really really growed. So yeah, and happy Easter to you, my friend, and to all of your family. Thank you so much. Happy Easter, everyone. Bye.